Namaste and welcome, my dear friends, to today's meditation session. The theme for today's meditation is willingness. Well, what is willingness? It is the inner readiness to want to change, to act, to learn something new. It's a very active and dynamic quality which has the power to determine the direction of our life. It is not only is it an openness of the heart, but it is the receptivity of our mind. It is the ability to embrace any opportunity that comes our way, or even any challenge or difficulty that comes our way. So at the core, willingness means saying yes to life. Willingness means having courage to step into the unknown, even in the face of fear and doubt. It is the quality of willingness that can convert ordinary individuals into great achievers, and it can turn, some hesitant moments into turning points of one life. So it is not that the willing person has all the answers or all the skills, all the resources that are required to solve challenges or meet opportunities. It is just that the openness of such a person allows him or her to learn on the way. And that's why what Mahatma Gandhi would also say, he would say yes, and then learn the skill on the way. So it is this essential quality that we all need to develop. If we want to grow in any area of our life, we have to develop willingness, and it has to be consciously developed. So for example, if you want to learn a new skill, then you have to be willing to practice again and again and again, and you have to be willing to make mistakes. If you want to build a relationship, then you have to be willing to listen, you have to be willing to compromise. If you want to heal yourself, then you have to be willing to let go of all past hurts. And especially on the spiritual path, willingness is that doorway which allows us to be more humble, to be more surrendered, and to trust God and to trust our own higher self. Such is the importance of willingness. So, dear friends, let us begin today's meditation with a prayer. Let us invoke the presence of God and the Gurus. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, Beloved God, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashai, Swami Shri Yukteswar Ji, Beloved Gurudev Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, Saints and sages of all religions, humbly we bow at thy feet. O divine light, open my heart to the spirit of willingness. Remove from me the heaviness of fear, doubt, and resistance. Let me meet each challenge with courage and each lesson with humility. Help me to accept change with grace and to say yes to growth. May I be willing to serve with love, to forgive with ease, and to surrender my little self into your greater will. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Let us now sing the hymn to Brahma and a chant. And as I sing, you utilize this time to interiorize yourself, to bring yourself to this present moment, and to smile this moment. You have integrated your body and mind. You have brought yourself to the position of meditating. Just be happy for that. Just be happy in this moment and be present. Align your heart, align your mind, focus at the spiritual eye, and sit in the correct meditative posture. Sadgurum Tvam Namami. Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sakha Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Let nothing disturb you, nothing affright you. All things will pass, but God changes not. Patient endurance brings you to victory. Once you have God, you'll want nothing more. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. Let nothing disturb you, nothing affright you. All things will pass, but God changes not. Patient endurance brings you to victory. Once you have God, you'll want nothing more. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. Let nothing disturb you, nothing affright you. All things will pass, but God changes not. Patient endurance brings you to victory. Once you have God, you'll want nothing more. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. Let nothing disturb you, nothing affright you. All things will pass, but God changes not. Patient endurance brings you to victory. Once you have God, you'll want nothing more. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. God alone, God alone, God alone's all we ever need. At the outset, let us be willing to accept this truth that all we need is God, all we need is the infinite bliss, which is our own nature. And in this willingness, nothing should disturb us and nothing should affright us. As we go on this journey towards God, obstacles will come. But by the grace of the Masters, all obstacles will turn into opportunities. Opportunities to grow, opportunities to evolve, opportunities to love. Let us be mindful, attentive, and alert when these opportunities disguised as obstacles come into our life. May we have the courage at those times to be willing to face the challenge with courage, to be intuitive and guided by higher wisdom, and to have the heart to love in spite of getting hatred in return. Let us check our posture, dear friends. Check the straightness of the spine. Check that the hands are palms facing upwards, junction of thighs and abdomen. Chin is parallel to the ground. Facial muscles relaxed with a smile. No frown on the forehead, eyelids relaxed completely. Is your heart open? Shoulder blades tucked back? Is your breathing relaxed? If not, let us first relax our body and our breath by deep diaphragmatic breathing. Let us take a long, deep breath in through the nose, expanding our abdomen, filling our lower chest and upper chest in a wave. Pause and gaze upwards. Exhale through the nose, expelling air from the chest and abdomen in a wave, and ending the exhalation by pulling in the abdominal wall. Relax the abdomen. Inhale, expanding the abdominal wall, filling the lower and the upper chest. Gaze upwards, the point between the eyebrows. Pause here for a moment. And then exhale, expelling air from the chest and the abdomen, finishing by pulling in your navel. Once again, inhale a long, deep breath in through the nose. As the abdomen expands and the diaphragm goes down, the lower lungs fill with air and oxygen. And then the upper lungs in a wave. Pause and gaze upwards in a relaxed manner. Exhale completely, slow, long, deep exhalation from the upper chest, the lower chest, and the abdomen. Tuck in the abdominal wall and relax. Take a moment here to check the relaxation in your limbs. Are your feet relaxed? If not, with your breathing, exhale relaxation into the area concerned. Relax the ankles, the calves. Let go of whatever you are holding on in these muscles. Relax both knees. Relax the thighs. Relax the pelvic floor, the abdominal wall, the chest muscles, the neck and the throat, shoulder joints, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Relax your fingers till the tips, including your nails. Come back to the breath again. Now, feel the difference after relaxation in your diaphragmatic breath. Take a long, deep breath in through the nose. Feel the expansion of the abdomen, filling in of the lower chest and then the upper chest. Gaze upwards. Relax. Exhale in a wave from the upper to the lower chest and then the abdomen. And again, pull in the abdominal wall. Let go, relax. Deep breath in, abdomen expands. Lower chest fills with air, then the upper chest. Look into the spiritual eye, into the space. And exhale and relax completely. Finish the exhalation by pulling in your navel. And then let go. For a couple of breaths, breathe naturally and normally as your body wants to breathe. Now bring your attention again to the navel. Feel the Manipur chakra behind the navel. Now we will activate the Manipur chakra by doing the abdominal version of Bhastrika pranayam. So when in diaphragmatic breathing, what we were doing we were pulling in the abdomen to finish the exhalation. And in the inhalation, we were allowing the abdominal wall to simply relax. But in Bhastrika, the abdominal version, as we inhale, we will consciously push out our abdominal wall and navel. And when we exhale, we will consciously draw the navel in. So conscious inhalation by pushing out the abdominal wall and conscious exhalation by pulling in the abdominal wall. Let us try this, and we will do this for 12 times, and we will focus our attention on the energy behind the navel in the Manipur chakra as we do this. And this is going to be faster than the usual diaphragmatic breath that you do. So let us begin. Let us inhale and push out the abdominal wall consciously. Exhale and pull in the abdomen. Inhale, push out the navel. Exhale, pull in the abdominal wall. Inhale, push out the abdomen consciously. Exhale, pull in the navel. Inhale, conscious push out of abdomen. Exhale, draw in the abdomen at the navel. Inhale, consciously expand abdomen. Exhale, consciously pull in the abdomen. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, consciously pushing the abdominal wall. Exhale, consciously pulling in the abdominal wall. Inhale, push out the navel. Exhale, pulling in the navel. Inhale, push out the navel. Exhale, pull in the navel and abdominal wall. Inhale, expand the abdomen consciously. Exhale, pull in the navel and abdominal wall. 2 more times. Inhale and push out the abdomen. Exhale and pull in the abdominal wall. Inhale and push out the abdomen consciously. Exhale. Final time, pull in the abdominal wall. And now let go of any control. Feel the activation of energy around the navel and especially behind the navel in the Manipur chakra, the lumbar center. Feel the warmth. Breathe naturally a couple of times. With the next inhalation now, bring your attention from the Manipur chakra to the Agya chakra, the point between the eyebrows. Gaze up deeply. Find the space at this point. Relax into this space. The abdominal wall is now relaxed. Chest is relaxed. Your gaze is upwards in a relaxed manner. And now bring attention to the flowing breath in the nasal passages and nostrils. Feel the incoming breath in the nasal passages. And feel the outgoing breath also in the nasal passages and at the nostrils. Mentally step back. Do not control your breath now. Simply watch and observe. The air currents stimulate the nasal mucosa. They go upwards. It may appear that your inhalation is fanning the Agya chakra before it descends down into the lungs. And even while exhalation, it stimulates the Agya chakra. Feel the coolness of the incoming breath. Feel the warmth of the outgoing breath. Feel that the incoming breath is resonating with the sound hong. The outgoing breath is resonating with the sound saw. When the next inhalation begins spontaneously on its own, mentally follow with the mental chant of Hong, H-O-N-G, Hong. And when the exhalation begins spontaneously on its own, mentally follow with the mental chant of Saw, S-A-U, Saw. Match the length of the mental chant with the length of the inhalation and exhalation. No control is being exercised. Gaze is upwards. We are watching and feeling our breath. Mentally, we are following the breath with Hong in inhalation and So in exhalation. With every breath, we are affirming, I am He, I am that, I am Spirit. Hong So. We will practice Hong So together on our own for the next 5 minutes. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring it back to the body. Uplift your gaze behind closed eyelids. Watch the breath. Mentally follow the breath with hong and saw. Why, O mind, wanderest thou? Go into thy inner home. I am He. I am made of the one universal God substance. I am pure blissful consciousness. Infinity is my nature. I am a child of God, a spark of the infinite. The life flowing within me is the power of God. I and my Father are one. Let go of the Hong Sau practice now, gazing at the point between the eyebrows or gently looking upwards. Relax into the space behind the closed eyes. Relax into your own mental sky. Mentally try to penetrate this space by focusing your attention and visualize that as you are going through this empty space, suddenly you come across a door. Walk towards the door. Open the door from its knob. Beyond the doorway on the other side is lighted up. Walk through the door into the lighted doorway. As you walk through the door, you feel a waft of fresh air, a waft of energy, a breeze that is bringing along with it newness, new events, new opportunities, new enthusiasm. And in your heart, you say that I'm willing to explore this energy. I am willing to walk towards this source of this breeze and the source of the light here. Thinking such, you walk forwards. The doorway becomes larger and larger, almost like a hall, without any walls. You're walking in light, and a beautiful breeze of opportunities is stroking your hair and your face. And you're saying yes to it. You are willing to explore. The path ahead is a path of possibilities, new experiences, new challenges, and new blessings. You walk further on this lighted path, and you affirm to yourself as you are enjoying the light and the breeze and the openness and spaciousness. You say to yourself, I open my heart to life with willingness. I open my heart to life with willingness. I am ready to learn. I am ready to grow. I am ready to serve all. I am ready to love. With courage and humility, I say yes to every step guided by the divine. Continue to walk into light with this willingness, a joyful, firm willingness to face whatever comes your way. As you walk forward, the light becomes more intensified, and happily and willingly, you want to surrender into the light. You want to dissolve yourself into this light. You are willing to surrender the I-ness. You are willing to become light itself. Feel the formlessness and endlessness of this light. A light of joy, a light of love. It has no end. And acknowledge that this light is who you really are. Feel your own formlessness, your own lightness, your own power. I am light, eternal and infinite, nameless, formless. I am that I am. Bring your attention back to the body, but continue to feel that your breath is made of light, that the cells of your body are replaced by light. Everything is light. And you have come to this light because of your own courage, your own willingness. Enjoy this light, which is your own true nature. As we sit in the presence of our own light, let us hear a few words by Swami Kriyananda on willingness. Willingness must be cultivated deliberately. It is an attitude of mind and depends not on outward conditions. Most people are willing or unwilling depending on their likes and dislikes. This habit tends to develop a bias toward unwillingness, which gradually becomes chronic and attracts to itself chronic failure. Don't wait for favorable circumstances to awaken willingness in you. Train yourself in the attitude of saying yes to life. Often, by this simple attitude, you will find success arriving unexpected at your door. Let us do the following affirmation a few times. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. I welcome everything that comes to me as an opportunity for further growth. Lord, help me to overcome the satanic pull of unwillingness. The more I embrace life in your name, the more I feel your joy. Om. Let us share, dear friends, the feeling of light, peace, and joy that we have received with soul friends everywhere. Let us pray together and send out healing vibrations out into the world from our hearts. Divine Mother, Thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Manifest thy healing presence in all bodies, all minds, and all souls. Oh, oh, oh. Divine Mother, great Gurus, may thy love shine forever on the sanctuary of our devotion, and may we be able to awaken thy love in all true hearts. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You may continue to meditate, dear friends. Jai Guru.